Hello, patrons. Welcome to your reading. We're doing some incense today, and well, the energy is there is a lot. I guess we're clearing a lot. I wanted to start off saying thank you so much for becoming a patron. Thank you so much for supporting the work that I do, the work that is Apprentice of Silence. I believe in a bright future for the potential of what we could create together. And what I think that we can create together is a space where people are encouraged to feel, encouraged to care, encouraged to make the change, and supported by people that have chosen to do the same. And it is my intention that the more we grow in numbers, the easier it becomes for every single one of us that's connected to the Apprentice of Silence collective consciousness to manifest and bring about whatever it is that we wish to see in the world even faster. It is like my response to every single BS going on in the world. I'm like, okay, if this is happening, then there has to be people who want the opposite of this BS too. And let's gather them at least at another platform. I think there are a lot of people like me who have decided to start uniting people around the same cause. So it's not about like competition in any way. It's about you choosing the platform that you resonate with or find more joy in the most. There are so many benefits in me being me. If you see them and if you enjoy them, then Apprentice of Silence is for you. If they're not, then there are so many people who are so good at what they do, who have many other sides that are amazing, that you should be following instead. You know? So I'm very honored that you have chosen Apprentice of Silence. And yeah, we're bringing in a lot of abundance with this incense, just so you know. Meaning money too. Speaking of money, the price awesome. God, my adrenaline level. Well, that was the fire alarm. I'm wondering if I'll have any neighbors knocking on the door being like, the fuck is going on? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. I feel so bad now. But it's like, yes, it's smoking a lot. What am I supposed to do about it? Put it out? Should I put it out? I don't know. Wow, this is quality content, isn't it? I just put the incense on the windowsill, and the smoke, it like will be aired out, and hopefully nothing will catch fire. Just because people are against it, I don't want to put it out. Nothing bad is happening, and the intention is good. We will be fine, even if there is opposition. Even if people will be slamming doors and complaining. It won't be that loud. I think the fear of the consequence is way worse in our mind. What if we could have faith that we will be supported? We already are supported. So it's almost like riding the wave of the consequences. But nothing is gonna happen that we can't manage. Nothing's gonna happen that we haven't already thought of and kind of already planned for what we would do if that scenario would happen. Whispering words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. How long have I been on? 9 minutes. Okay, sorry. I think we should do some tarot cards. Holding on to something. Empress in reverse. Spirit would like any messages for the patrons, please. Chaos is bringing balance to something we were unable to let go of. Abundance coming in. So I just heard, like, expect shit like this to happen. Like, things will start becoming very, not absurd and not surreal, but somewhere between surreal and absurd. Ride the waves of it. There is still calmness somehow behind that, in the silence behind it. Learn from that silence. The Hermit. What? Connect with others, like-minded people, and that will prevent you from losing your mind. Like, they will help you stay grounded and help you remember why you chose a certain perspective on things. Help you remind you of your own values and where you're headed in life. And what you have chosen to leave behind. I gotta get another deck. Hold on. Wait for me. Spirit. Wait for me. And I will bring you clarity. We will cross the bridge together. There will be no more defeat. Things will get just. Whomever seemed to be opposed you, they can't get upper hand, because they are not really opposed you. Things are fair in nature, and there is always balance. People can't be opposed you if it's not balanced out by something. An empire will fall. People will get left behind. Justice will prevail. But I'm seeing and hearing like fighting, war sounds. Peace will come to the ones who have learned to fill their own cup. Then peace will be granted like a gift. And there will be no more back and forth, meaning you will be in alignment regarding what you want. You have to speak it into existence. can't wait for others to bring it to you. Turn away from things you know suck, even if they look good. Material wellness of the world. What does that mean? Material wellness. The world itself benefits by others, people using money to create something else than what people have been using money for currently. So I just heard, by you making lots of money, you're doing the world a favor, because through your alignment, you will invest that money in what is in alignment with you, and that is of interest to the universe, because it's interested in switching up something, seeing what happens if it is done another way, seeing what happens when a kingdom falls. Something that was betrayed by brothers. Like an agreement that wasn't upheld. Third party situation, so you lied to your brother and did something behind his back with someone else who you thought would be able to ensure that you bring about more money into your existence. You sold your brother. Not you specifically. I was just communicating. I was asking what is it that's falling apart? What kind of kingdom is falling apart? I see America falling apart. Spirit, any messages about the vision I'm currently holding? Empress in reverse. Divine feminine energy. Anything else? The moon in reverse has to be brought back in. What else? 5 of Cups. There is something about divine feminine energy being brought back in. Like we have been taught, like what that would do to the world and all the opportunities that would open, why it's so important to embody the divine feminine energy, allow receptivity, allow empathy, allow softness. But there is something yet that we have no awareness of what will happen when that divine energy is coming in. What about 7 of Pentacles? It will bring down the religion. So it will tear down the whole system of how people are living. I don't see how, but I see that it will. Gravity will be turned upside down, but not in the literal sense. More like what used to serve as a prison won't be able to anymore. I just thought, well, this got out of hand fast. What about that, Spirit? See, I'm not quite sure who this message is for. If it's for you and me, the patrons, Apprentice of Silence, the world. But there's something about spirituality that I'm gonna say we. There's something about spirituality that we have forsaken. We have turned it away. And in order for us to win, in order for us to... I heard win. In order for us to win, and they showed me like a victory march after a war, we have to re-own that spirituality. We have to re-own the power, and we have to create it again. What do you mean, create it again? I don't get it, Spirit. With the fall of the kingdom, with the betrayal being so present, where you have no other option than to leave behind a vision that, like, you don't want the world to be that way. You need to make something different. Do it, and you will get the opportunity to bring about this new divine feminine energy. There will be created a new template through those actions. But like, they're telling me that it's very simple right now, because all it really needs, all that really needs to happen right now, as you're watching this, you need to center yourself into a point of calmness. And, okay, so when you're out and about, if you feel dissociative, if you feel as if something is always watching you, and you're not really in the now, you're always just, somehow the mind drifts away to something else, and you keep playing out scenarios that are not really happening in your external circumstance right now. So some kind of conversation keep going on, you keep thinking something else, planning trips, blah blah yada yada. Tell yourself that nothing else exists than this moment, and teach yourself how to center back into now. Meaning you have to choose that whatever you want is of priority number one. Ask, do I want to do this? All the time. And follow through with a yes or the no. That will help you. Right now, it's what is needed is the knowledge. You need to know of how powerful it is that you are choosing to become in alignment, and prioritize that no matter what. There is a belief that no matter what is something negative. There is this belief present in the heart chakra. Whomever resonates. But then ask, is it worth it? Look out into the world. Notice the pain and the suffering and the things that just don't make sense. Why it has been used, why the resources have been used the way they have, why people are in so lack mentality, why it's all about a narcissistic bubble. Look to see if it's worth it for it to stay the same. Do you see how that would benefit you if things stayed the same? Or do you want it to change? Do you want relationships to be different? Do you want it to be about fulfillment, about living with people who actually value you? Where it's about personal empowerment, personal responsibility, and interdependence, because we are all connected, so we can use that as something beautiful. That you win, I win, because we're both one. We're both winning. Let's make that a conscious choice. And see how the wealth is distributed in alignment with the healthiness of the planet, with the healthiness of the people of the planet, healthiness of the animal kingdom. See how it all just aligns with that. And see, is that worth it? Is that future outcome worth it? If it is worth it to you, then make sure that you prioritize what it is that you want to do, no matter what. Make sure that you involve other people in it, connect with other people, because you need other people to not lose your mind through this absurdness and surreality that is going to come. And it's going to be loud, and it's going to be like, you will react to it. And then you'll consciously choose how to respond. But you need people around you. You need like-minded people. It's just not worth it to do it alone. When you don't have to be alone, because there are a lot of us. Do what you want. I'm done. I'm done with the message. Thank you, Spirit. I'm just gonna laugh because if you're a match to this, and I'm like, people are a match to this? It's not just me being this crazy? I'm not alone? God, I'm so happy I'm not alone. Thank you for being here. Well, you know, if you need me, just book a session. Connect to each other in the comments. Be kind. This is so cool. And it's worth it. You want to know a secret? As I'm recording this, since time is such an interesting thing, there are 0 patrons of Apprentice of Silence. But you guys are coming. And I'm waiting for you. And now that you're here, it's amazing. So thank you, God, for that. Thank you, guys. And the universe through all of us. So be it, and so it is. Thank you.